So I was watching Fox News again today, and they were talking about a labor shortage. That means more jobs than there are people to fill those jobs. You know what it is. It's your boy Charles with SoRatch. Just be you. Be comfortable in your own skin and people will love you for it. Let's jump right into it.
We be knowing that shit. It's a form of magic. Shit's alarming.
Yeah, y'all, so I was watching Fox News today, and honestly, I don't know why I do it to myself. I just get frustrated watching Fox News. I mean, these people get paid to pretty much sell us a bunch of bullshit. Real stuff, man. I mean, and this adds to my theory that people that regularly consume Fox News got to be idiots. But anyhow, today they were talking about on the 5, and like I said, I'm not recommending you watch the 5. I mean, unless you want to be lied to. But anyhow, the 5, I was watching the 5, and they were talking about the labor shortage going around, and it's really worldwide, but for some reason they made it seem like it was only, a U.S. labor shortage. But anyhow, basically what a labor shortage is there are jobs out there and not enough people to fill those jobs. And they were trying to figure out why why is it that the U.S. has so many jobs and not enough people to fill those jobs? And so part of the reason why they think this is happening is because the extra money the government is giving people for unemployment, right? In fact, I'm just gonna stop it right there. I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip so you can see for yourself. There's this one chick called Katie, whatever her name is, and just listen to
a
what she
Democrat
says.
when they
Check
cite
this out.
Moody's.
There you go.
That's a warning.
Katie, it seems to me that the Biden administration cares more about the woke than the work.
I think that's true. I think that was a good one, Greg.
Thank you.
As someone who grew up in a small business, the responses like this from politicians who have been getting paychecks from taxpayers, signing the back of them rather than signing the front of them their entire lives for 30, 40 years is really enraging. And when you look at the way that the Biden administration is importing millions of people, aka cheap foreign labor, which
Okay, let's stop right there. The Biden administration is importing millions of people. Okay, first of all, where are all these millions of people they're importing? I mean, I'm just gonna be real with you. I live in Arizona. Sure, there's an immigration problem, but I don't see anybody being imported by the millions, right? That's, I mean, at best we can call that hyperbole, right? The Biden administration is importing millions of people. Really? You think people would notice if millions upon millions of extra people just start showing up on the streets? Don't you think? I mean, I'm just not that dumb, Katie. I mean, I know your regular viewers may buy that bullshit, but come on. Let's jump right into it.
obviously suppresses the wages of American workers at a time when people should be going back to work. And then you had today Jen Psaki saying...
Okay, so that's a fair argument, right? It's not a fair argument. What she's saying is the Biden administration is supporting millions of people with suppresses wages, right? First of all, I don't think the Biden administration is important millions of people. Like I said, I don't see millions upon millions of new people just showing up on the streets, and I live in Arizona. I don't see it. I'm sorry. And whatever. But there is an argument to be made that illegal immigration can contribute to the suppression of wages for legal people that are over here or citizens of the United States. So there is an argument there, but I don't think that's the case. Let's jump back into it.
Wages of American workers at a time when people should be going back to work. And then you had today Jen Psaki saying that it's a workers' market. Well, why is it a workers' market? You would think that after a pandemic, when a lot of people lost their jobs, people would be clamoring to get back to work, to get back into the labor force. Instead, they're competing with...
Okay, it seems like this chick, Katie, whatever her name is really upset that the job market is a workers' market. That means if you're a worker, there's so many jobs out there, and employers are competing for your skill set. You get to demand a little more for yourself, right? You can shop yourself around, demand a little more income for yourself. And this chick, Katie, for some reason has a big problem with that. She also has a big problem with people getting paid $15 an hour. I mean, $15 an hour? Is that what you're gonna stake your claim at? People should not be getting paid $15 an hour? I mean, and this is the problem with Fox News and its regular viewers. Its regular viewers are mostly poor white people, and they will be cheering this bullshit on. Most of them making around $15 an hour, right? And this chick is right here advocating right in front of their face, hey, you shouldn't be getting paid more than $15 an hour.
Then you had today Jen Psaki saying that it's a workers' market. Well, why is it a workers' market? You would think that after a pandemic, when a lot of people lost their jobs, people would be clamoring to get back to work, to get back into the labor force. Instead, they're competing with the federal government, who is paying people with hard-earned taxpayer dollars not to go back to work. And then they have the nerve to say, you need to pay $15 an hour, no matter which city you live in, no matter what economic situation your town may be in. It's just such a naive, elitist argument to make.
So right there proves it all, right? Well, for the average Fox viewer, which is usually a poor white people, I mean, they would probably right now cheering that girl on. Yeah, with the Biden administration doing this, that, and the other. But they don't. This is how come I call them stupid. What she just said is the average worker is not worth $15 an hour. That's what she said. So if you work in a restaurant, if you work in a warehouse, if you work at any of those jobs that are really demanding physically, mechanics, whatever it may be, you're not worth $15 an hour, according to this chick, Katie. And all you poor white people that watch this chick and cheer her on, that's what she just told you. That you should be poor and you should stay poor so she can stay rich. That's what she just said. She said, and the government wants to force us to pay you $15 an hour, and we're competing with the government. First of all, she said something about the government is paying people to stay home. Really? I mean, where's this program? I want to sign up for it. Where and how is the government paying people to stay home? I mean, where is it at? I want to sign up for it. Putting that aside. But that's what she's saying. She's saying the average worker is not worth $15 an hour. You guys are not worth a livable wage. Poor white people. That's what she's telling you on Fox News. I mean, that's what she's saying. Listen to what she's saying. And so she's upset that small businesses have to compete with unemployment wages that pay that pay an extra $300 a week. I think it turns out to be somewhere $19, $20 an hour if you total it all up. She's upset that people are getting paid a livable wage. Yes, it's going to be hard to get people back to work when they're making a livable wage, when they can finally afford their rent and some food and some things like that for their kids without worrying. Yes, I don't think it's too much to ask for people who bust their ass to pay them something livable, something they can live on. And $15, $14, $12 an hour is not it. But apparently to Katie, she believes that's it. You shouldn't be getting paid more than $15 an hour. The people that regularly consume news from Fox News are normally poor white people, right? And they cheer on these guys, telling them that they're not worth more than $15 an hour. No matter how hard they work, you shouldn't be getting paid $15 an hour because it's just too much. It cuts into my profit margin. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is the problem. This is the problem. I don't know, man. I just don't know. Tell me if it makes sense to you. Leave a comment below. You know what it is. It's your boy Charles with SoRatch. Just be you. Be comfortable in your own skin and people will love you for it. Until next time, peace.
Now I'm on the free, riding with my Kiki. You be on the gram, I be in the street. Next time we see, you shot in a GD. Yeah, I got the KK, sitting right on the CC. And you know I'm scoring, talking Jordan on the 3P. You be getting boring when I'm scoring, ain't no